Hi there, guys. Welcome back to another episode on Raincore Exotics. Uh, Today I was feeding these guys, and I found that little white thing there. Now I have made videos on these guys' care before, um, and these viper geckos they're pretty prolific. They breed quite a bit. I've had my geckos for around about a year, and it comes as a surprise for me that they're already laying eggs. If I knew the females in here were producing, I would have had a little bottle cap with calcium in here. So that's going to be one of the new things I'm going to have to be adding. Now this guy here is hanging out in the food dish, waiting to get fed. Here's the water bowl, and there's the humid hide for these guys. You can see another guy right there. His tail's hiding out right there. However, I need to get this egg out of there. Now, like I said, this comes as a surprise, so I don't have the incubator ready for them. So I have to set up my ball python incubator while I have one shipped in from Amazon. I prefer to make my own. However, it is pretty short notice, and these guys are fairly small, so they don't need a big incubator. So I'm getting a ZoomEd pre-made incubator coming in. So that should be enough. That should be a big enough incubator to house all the eggs these guys will produce, if they produce a lot. Now I'm gonna be using this candle lid here to hold the eggs. I'm gonna be putting in some of this jar media in here, and I have the big incubator going. I'm gonna need to look over the enclosure to make sure that there's no other eggs. That one I noticed it because it's in plain sight. However, they might have put it inside the humid box. I'll have to look around. I do know I have at least 3 males in this enclosure, and you can house male viper geckos together just fine. However, if all 3 females start producing eggs at the same time, since I bought them all around the same age, then I'm gonna be getting a lot of eggs. So I'm gonna set them up. Let me show you my incubator. Now, this is the big incubator. Sorry about that. Big incubator. That's some soil media. I have kind of wet it down. So I'm gonna put the candle lid on top of here with a drying media so it stay humid, but the eggs are gonna be on top of dry substrate. There's the cap for it. I poked some real small holes on it. Can't really see them because baby vipers can climb smooth surfaces like glass and plastic. Now this is a big incubator here. This is actually my ball python incubator. My ball pythons, I think, going to be dropping eggs, I think, in the next month. And so I think I can use this while my other incubator comes in. And of course, I have it hooked up and all that good stuff. This is a big incubator for a little box. However, it's good enough for now. It looks like it's holding heat. So it's going to be good. Let me, like I said, I'm going to have to look over the enclosure, make sure that there's no other eggs hiding anywhere, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so yeah, it was just these 2 eggs here. I looked all over their enclosure and their humid hide, and it was just these 2. So I'm just gonna put them in the humid box and get them squared away. But first, you have to mark them. Sometimes these eggs will roll around a bit, and you want to make sure that they stay the proper way when you found them. Sorry, you're seeing my hand here. And so you mark them lightly with a Sharpie. There you go. And this is just to indicate that which side is up, right? Cover them just a bit. There we go. Put them here. The substrate down below that I put water into, it's really wet. That's just to provide humidity. And these guys are going to stay nice and dry. And the incubator itself will take care of the temperature. Alrighty, so let me just seal these guys up. Of course, some air holes here. Don't want to let too much humidity escape, but you do want to keep some airflow there. I am going to be checking on them about once every 3 days. Alright, so let me put these guys down. And right, and this is all it is inside the incubator. There is a lock in case I need it. The thermostat, I'm going to put more tape on it to make sure it doesn't move around. And I put it at the level that the eggs are going to be sitting around. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab them and gently put them in. Good stuff. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to put more tape probably here and along here. Keep it nice and stable. The sucker cup really doesn't do anything. And I'm going to be checking on these guys once every 3 days. And they're going to hatch in around 60 days if everything goes well. Alright, thanks guys. Now I'm going to double check some stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks guys. Alright guys, so this is going to be the final setup here. I reinforced the probe here. And I added this thermometer, hydrometer thing. Of course it's turned off right now. Right, there you go. Yep. So good temperature. The temperature probe's outside. The humidity probe's inside. And so I'm going to be keeping an eye on this instead of opening and closing the incubator too much. Of course, I'm going to be keeping an eye on them every 3 days to make sure that everything's going well in there. However, this is pretty much the final setup. Alright guys, well that's it. Thanks for coming by and taking a look at this. I'm pretty excited. My first clutch of Viper Gecko eggs. Always nice. So I'm going to, add that little calcium dish in with those Vipers, since I know they're going to be producing eggs and they're probably going to need more calcium. Alright guys, as always, thanks. And I'll see you guys in the next one.